It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Mayfield off the play fake. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25.
Bring it the
and
second
all
string.
the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Number 13.
Odell Beckham. His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
Austin.
Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was taking.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And this throw will be intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Intercepted.
He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taywan Taylor, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns add on to their lead. Just an unbelievable start. Less than a minute in, they're already up 2 touchdowns.
You talk about getting out of the gate fast. I mean, beyond fast. That's warp speed, isn't it? To jump up with 2 scores like that in less than a minute's time, your confidence has to be elevated.
I haven't even found the right height for my chair yet. I'm still adjusting.
You mean you found a way to sit down?
I did, yeah.
Wow, you're quick.
At least I got that accomplished.
I'm still standing watching this occur.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. A toss left, Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 34. That good for 22 and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Tackled at the 32-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. 11 yards there, first down.
21-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Mixon with a first down carry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Here's Burrow. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game.
Lining up for the extra point.
Good bounce-back drive right there. Through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Here's a second and 2 now from the 33. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Mayfield finding Beckham. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
It's a gain of 10.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
They're on the tackle.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Second and 9 at the Bengals' 49-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 23. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
The Browns' first down.
first down throw for Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Bounds at the 17-yard line.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4.
The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Second and 4.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
First and goal.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
This is caught, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
From 6 yards away, and the Browns add 6 to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Buying time to his left.
Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. On first down, Mixon. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Olivier Vernon brings him down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
No gain on
that means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Intercepted.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Burst by him near the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
First down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Mayfield. He's going up top for Taylor. And incomplete on the deep ball. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Give. This is Chubb. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That's good.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down. Here's Burrow. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On third down. He'll air this one out for Boyd. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Browns drive about to get started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
A second down throw for Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Browns.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They go play action here on first down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins.
Burrow's
only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Landry now on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach tell us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Back to it after the pick 6. Mayfield flush to his right. His throw incomplete. The tight end David Njoku, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Complete.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
5-yard gain.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Well, you think he loved the protection he had there all kinds of time.
And you're so right. How could you not love that? Great protection. The big guys up front really locked in on it. No one gets near the quarterback. He's got all the time in the world to survey the field and deliver for a first down.
And the big boys up front, a big reason why they're also winning, too.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And this is caught at the 8. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it. Chubb. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So you wonder what's going on in that head right about now. That's 2 missed field goals for him now, and this one should have been no problem.
For an NFL kicker, you're thinking 97, 98% from this distance, and this one somehow fails to go through. And that's 3 points you just absolutely have to count on getting.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 24. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Burrow will throw. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
That's good.
12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
That's
back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
He was taken.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off at the 35. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Take over 1st down.
Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
24, Nick.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line is really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there. Gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
A first down throw from Mayfield. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Jerry Tillery, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
A yard. And it's 3rd down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Yeah, baby.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Third and long for Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
At their own 3-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A good pickup there at 22. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver.
And now it's 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Open man is Higgins. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 39. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Boyd. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go with Burrow. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15, the 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Austin Seibert on for the point.
Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and is coming to the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Cleveland, it